Právě teď se vracíme z Kaša, kde jsme byli jako poutníci u svaté Rity a chtěl bych využít toho, že mám v autě otce Sonnyho z Indie a trošku bychom si popovídali o Vánocích, o vánočních zvycích, o tom, jak to vypadá v Indii. No a protože bude pro něj nejjednodušší, když se budeme bavit anglicky, tak to zkusíme v angličtině. Pěkný poslech a požehnané Vánoce. Zelená. My friend Sonny from India, from Kerala. He is priest in our college in Nepomucenum, and I am very glad to have you here, Sonny.
Thank you.
And I asked him to make a small interview with me about Christmas customs and traditions in India, in Kerala, because I believe that it will be interesting for everybody of us. So, welcome.
So, thank you, Pietro.
And where we can start.
Okay.
Tell us something about your country.
So, India is like, I would tell people it's like Europe. Somebody said they went to India. I asked them, where did you go in India? It's just like saying somebody, I went to Europe. Doesn't mean it's the same everywhere. India is different. Each state has its own language, its own alphabet, and script is different. So we all speak different languages. We have different cultures, and so India is different. It's a subcontinent.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to be focusing on my part. My state is called Kerala. It's in south of India. It's on the southwestern coast of India, and you find many Catholics there, many Christians there. That part is around 20% Christian.
Wow.
In Kerala, but the rest of India as a whole is only about 3% Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So we are about 20%. And even there are some areas, central Kerala, for example, has more than 50%, more than 60-70% Christians. So there are variations. So you wanted me to talk about Christmas customs in Kerala. So first of all, let me start with the Christianity in Kerala.
Mm-hmm. Great.
So Christianity came to Kerala about the same time Christianity came to Rome.
In the same time?
Around the same time Saint Peter came to Rome.
And Saint Thomas
came to India. So he went to Syria, he evangelized Syria, and from Syria he came to India.
Are you proud of this?
So he is our father in faith. Just
Great.
like Peter and Paul are the fathers of the Roman Church, the Western Church, Saint Thomas the Apostle is our father in faith.
Right.
And so the tradition of Saint Thomas has been there. So our liturgy comes from the Syriac liturgy. That's the Eastern liturgy, not the Greek. But there were Syriac Christians outside of the Roman Empire. So they were the missionaries who came to India after Saint Thomas. So we continue that tradition. Come back to the question you asked about Christmas customs. One custom that I would like to highlight is the custom which it's very common in Kerala, but it's not at all common here in the West. That custom is once Advent starts, we all hang a star. This can be this big or it can be huge stars with lights inside, and we hang it outside our houses. So people know that this is a Christian or Catholic, and so they are waiting for Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a sign of presence of Christian people into the house.
Yes, Christian also presence a sign of Christmas. So much so that even many non-Catholics, non-Christians, Hindus, Muslims not so much maybe, but Hindus, some of them, not all of them, some of them, it has become a cultural thing to put this star up for
in the
Christmas.
beginning of Advent.
Yeah, they don't know about it beginning of Advent before a few weeks before Christmas. That's it.
Okay.
So it's not so connected to the church feasts as such, but it's just a Christmas time thing. And so this is something that's very common. And suppose you're a church, then you make a huge star, maybe a 6 foot, 7 foot, 10 foot star.
Whoa.
And the young
in the church.
Yeah, outside the church.
Outside the church.
You hang it outside on the top of the church as a tower, on top of the tower, or make a pole from there and then top of that, so that whole area they should see the star. And the young people normally in our parish, we bring all the young people together and maybe spend a few nights together and then make the star, because it's a lot of effort to make a huge star. You make it from scratch.
It's homemade.
Yeah, the thing is small ones you can buy at the market.
Okay.
Once you hang outside the houses, mostly you can buy this made of paper with holes inside, so and there are different patterns and different colors. Sometimes they have color papers, and that difference it gives different kinds of red light or rose light or something like that. Or nowadays we have all this electronic stuff which keeps changing colors and flashy colors. So there are a lot of variations, but this is very common to have a star outside of many houses. So if it's a Christian area, every house there'll be a star. And then you make a crib, just like in Italy, presepio. That is common too. And that you make it outside your house so that people on the streets, when they walk or when they drive, they should be able to see it. So not so much inside. Inside also you might have it personally for private, for your family. Normally you make it outside, so that people walking in the street or people driving the street see your star, and you put lights and everything, so that it's there during the night as well. So we have these two customs, and this is very common. But these days Christmas has become commercialized just like everywhere else. So you have Santa, you have the Christmas tree, all the other things, just like in other places. And another thing that is common in Kerala, traditional, is we make Christmas cakes. Fruit cakes. There's a typical fruit cakes. Yeah, that means you dried fruits, different kinds of dried fruits, oranges, or you chop it and put it inside a cake and make fruit cakes. And that is kind of common. And there's a lot of sale of cakes. I mean, that is the kind of gift you give others. You give in the parish also. The priest gives a lot of people who have helped the church, or people who are active in the church. You give them a present. And families give each other cakes, and sometimes as a priest you get a lot of cakes. Just like we have panettone here, right?
Okay, is this
something? So this is not panettone. This is a fruit cake. It's different,
but it's sweet.
Sweet. And secondly, we go for masses in the night. It's very common to get up go for midnight
in the
mass.
Night, it's midnight mass.
Midnight mass, and then the women folk traditionally, then they don't sleep. They come back. They don't sleep. Instead, they make the breakfast ready, because we have a fast, kind of not fast, abstinence during Lent.
Also during Advent?
Yes, Advent also during 25 days. And so people don't eat meat during 25 days. So we make a big, huge breakfast on Christmas Day morning. So that.
Then you return from midnight mass.
And women normally, traditionally, we make a special kind of like a pancake, but made of rice and coconut milk. The women make that, so that by morning everything is ready. A big, huge sumptuous breakfast. Wow. And by the time it takes, in Indian cooking, it takes a lot of time. If you know Indian curry, we have a lot of spices, we have a lot of combinations. Everything is made from scratch.
Okay, so to understand well, after midnight mass, women start to prepare breakfast. And fathers are going to the bed.
That's the tradition I'm talking about.
Oh, really? Tradition?
Tradition is that women used to work, at the kitchen. It's men not so much in the kitchen. That's the tradition. So kids, sometimes as a kid, you help your mother be in the kitchen. Sometimes fathers sit in the kitchen, talk to the mothers, and so spend time. And because midnight mass may not be midnight. Sometimes we often have 3 o'clock in the morning mass, or 4 o'clock in the morning mass also possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so people go to sleep early. And nowadays it's more midnight, I think, but maybe 20 years ago it was more 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. There will be one mass at 3, another mass at 5, different times. So people go at different masses, and so then you come back and you don't have time to sleep, and then you make all these things. This is.
So do they attend another mass, another day?
No.
It's only one mass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Midnight mass. Yeah, midnight. Nowadays midnight, but before it was 3 o'clock. And then that's a time when all the families come together. Normally during Christmas time, among Catholics, if you have your parents, you go visit your parents. If you're married with a family of your kids, you go and meet your grandparents. So it's a time when people come together during Christmas. So it's a family time. So just like Thanksgiving in America.
What do you do when family meets?
It all depends on the families. So
are you telling stories?
Stories. Depends on you. It depends on each family. Sometimes See, there are, it depends on each family. Spend time together, you talk, basically. Catch up on things. You visit suppose you're living far away, you come to your ancestral town and visit your grandparents, and then there will be people living in your relatives who are living in that area, but you may not meet them. You don't have time to meet them other times. You don't come often, so you make a visit, go around the houses and catch up on all your relatives and cousins or just second cousins.
And so, do you have any special Christmas songs?
We have special Christmas songs. Many, don't ask me to sing now, but we have Christmas songs, of course. Yes, we have Christmas songs which are sometimes being composed these days more and more, because
it's like a pop, no?
Yeah, it's a pop kind of thing, because in the last 20-30 years there is more kind of people started composing themselves and people started bringing out CDs and everything. It became more popular. Ordinary people can also compose and bring out a CD, and so we have a lot of songs, but we have also traditional songs.
And Christmas tree?
Christmas tree is there. You make a Christmas tree
in every family?
Christmas tree, yes. Traditionally, more than the Christmas tree, it was the crib, the presepe was the tradition. Christmas tree was not really a part of tradition, but with all the advent of secularization and everything, Christmas tree became part. So sometimes people make a Christmas tree next to the crib.
With gifts, of course.
With gifts, it depends on the family. We don't have a tradition of, you might give, sometimes some family, it's not like a tradition of our Catholics of hanging gifts. The gifts on the Christmas tree. That's something that came from the secularization, having Christmas tree, adopting customs from the West.
So in your family there is there
was no sense of giving gifts on Christmas. It's just that when I was
being together
was the thing when we were growing up. So all those things.
Okay, very interesting.
Thank you.
What else?
What else? If you have any questions, we can continue. Or else we can stop.
Okay. Unfortunately, we aren't streaming, so...
Oh, really? So you have...
questions only from me? Okay. Thank you, Sonny.
All right.
I think that I can say thank you also in the name of those who will see this video later in the YouTube channel Don Pietro.
Okay.
So thank you for your time and for these ideas that you shared with us.
Oh yes, Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas to all the viewers who are going to see this. Have a great time. Let us be proud of our Christian faith. God bless you all.
Thank you.